Before you walk into any difficult conversation with your spouse, before you knock on that door, sit down at that table, or open your mouth to say what has been sitting in your chest for weeks, I need you to do something first. Check yourself, not them, yourself. Because the outcome of that conversation is being decided before it even begins. And it has been decided by what you are carrying right into the room. So stay with me until the end of this video, because today I am going to give you something that will permanently change how you navigate conflict in your marriage. Not just what you say, but what to do with what you are feeling before you say anything at all. Welcome back to YinkusPepe Talks. Real talk, real life with clear eyes. If you're new here or you're seeing me for the first time, my name is YinkusPepe, and on this channel, we have honest conversations about relationships, family, culture, and life in general. Today, I want to talk about what is actually happening underneath conflict in every single marriage. Not the argument itself, the thing underneath the argument, the unresolved emotions, the unaddressed grievances, the pride that walks in before you do and shuts down every conversation before it even has a chance to go anywhere useful. Let's talk. The real question underneath every argument in a marriage has a surface question and a root question. The surface question is what you are fighting about. Is it the dishes, the money, the in-laws, the thing that was said or not said? The root question is what you are actually carrying, the unresolved emotion that predates this moment, the unaddressed grievance that has been accumulating quietly and is now attaching itself to whatever is available. Now, if you walk into a difficult conversation without asking yourself where it is actually coming from, you will have the wrong conversation completely. You will argue about dishes when the real issue is that you have felt unseen for months. You will fight about money when the real issue is that you do not feel like priority. You keep having the same argument because you keep fighting about the symptom while the cause sits untouched. Before you bring it to your spouse, ask yourself, what is the grievance I actually have about this situation? What is the unresolved emotion underneath all of this? What have I not dealt with in myself that is making this moment feel bigger than it actually is? That is not weakness. That is wisdom. And that is accountability on your own part. And that is the difference between a conversation that produces understanding and one that produces more damage than repair. Trust me, it does produce more damage than repair. The pride problem. Look, the thing that shuts down more marriage conversations than any other single factor is pride. Not the healthy kind, the defensive kind, the kind that arrives before your spouse has finished their first sentence and has already decided whatever they are about to say is wrong. Pride. And here is what pride does in a marriage argument. Before you walk into any difficult conversation, your spouse says something that lands as criticism. Maybe it was delivered imperfectly. Maybe it was delivered well, and you simply do not want to hear it. Either way, pride kicks in. Instead of examining whether there is truth in what was said, you become defensive about the whole thing. You find the flaw in their delivery, so you do not have to sit with the substance and take accountability. You protect yourself from being wrong by making them wrong first. Eventually, the conversation that needed to happen does not happen. As a believer, I understand that pride is sinful, not just morally, but practically. In a marriage, pride is the enemy of its growth. It is the enemy of any repair that you can do. It is the enemy of the bi-directional conversation that has two people genuinely receiving each other rather than waiting for their turn to be right. When pride is in the room, nobody wins. Nobody wins. Not even the person who feels like they won the argument. What to do with anger before you bring it? There are moments when the emotion is real and urgent and sitting right at the surface. Bringing it to your spouse in that state, when you are hot, when the feeling is completely in charge, is one of the most reliable ways to take a conversation that's needed to happen and turn it into a war. So before you bring it, regulate your emotions first. Not suppress, regulate. Step back, give yourself a pause, go for a walk, get some cold water, run some water over your head or your hands or something. Do something that moves the feeling from the ceiling of your nervous system back to a place where you can actually assess the words you need rather than just the heat. The goal is not to stop feeling. The goal is to feel and still be able to speak, to come to your spouse from a grounded place rather than a reactive one. That conversation has a chance of producing something. The one that comes from full heat almost always produces something that needs to be apologized for. A word about physical conflict. I want to be very direct about something. Everything I'm talking about today applies to verbal and emotional conflict in marriage. The moment conflict becomes physical, that is an entirely different conversation altogether. That is not a communication problem. That is a safety problem. And a safety problem requires the victim to remove themselves and the person causing harm to seek professional help immediately. That is not my territory, and I will not minimize or excuse it in any way, shape, or form. So if you are in a physically unsafe situation in your marriage, please reach out to the appropriate support. That is what leaving looks like, not what working on your communication looks like. Please know the difference. What healthy conflict looks like. A healthy conflict in a marriage is not the absence of disagreement. It is two people who are both willing to do the inner work before they bring the outer conversation. It looks like a spouse who checks themselves before they walk in. It looks like a spouse who has decided that their pride is not more important than their marriage, who can receive what their partner says and sit with it, even when it is uncomfortable. It looks like a spouse who regulates before they respond, who knows their own anger well enough to know when they need to pause before they can fully present the issue. And it looks like a couple who has agreed before the argument begins that the goal of every difficult conversation is not to win, it is to understand and to be understood. When both people hold that goal, the conversation changes completely for good. Quick housekeeping. If you're looking for deeper conversations, actionable blueprints, and the practical work behind these discussions, join our larger circle on the Patreon app. Because here, we don't just talk about the problems, we do the work. And if you're always on the go, YinkusPepe Talks is now available in audio format on Apple, Spotify, and all major podcast platforms, so you can listen wherever life takes you. You will also find the Relationship Clarity Guide, booking information, and all relevant links in the description box and in my bio. Now, let's wrap this up. Now, before you enter the conversation, again, check yourself. What are you carrying? Where is it actually coming from? What unresolved thing is attaching itself to this very moment and making it feel larger than it actually is? Please check yourself, not as a spiritual exercise disconnected from your daily life, no, but as a practical act of love for the person you are married to. Regulate before you respond. Come to your spouse from a grounded place, because the conversations that heal a marriage are never the ones had from the hottest place. They are the ones had from the most honest one. So cool down and have that conversation. Thank you so much for watching. And if this conversation resonated with you, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let's talk about this in the comments. How have you been able to self-regulate? Maybe what you did can help somebody out. Who knows? Let's do it together. This is a community after all, and I'm glad that you're here. Until next time, this is YinkusPepe.
YinkusPepe talk. Intelligent kind of buzz for the heart and the thinking mind. Marriage, culture, commentary too. Life in the house for I explain for. Stay connected, stay wise.